So, as everyone knows, I've had a pretty torrid time with injuries throughout my whole career, but especially the last few years. And unfortunately, it's got to a point where we've been medically told that we can't keep going. So the decision was made for me, which in many ways, is quite a good thing that I didn't have to make it, because if I did, I'd probably keep going until I can run anymore. But yeah, unfortunately, we've been advised to call time.
Have you had, it must be a very, very difficult time. Have you had a chance to, reflect on your time at the club?
Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of all I've been doing. I've been here since I was a boy, 14 years old, full time straight out of school, and it's somewhere that to say it has a strong place in my heart would be probably the understatement of the century. It's my home. It's been my family's home. I have so much to be thankful for, and actually, as I reflect, there's nothing I regret or wish I'd done more of, because my time at this club has been so special to me.
You've mentioned that you've been here since you were a boy. And you come through the academy with some of your best friends. What's it been like, to grow up with those guys in the class of 08?
Yeah.
And to go through through the system.
It's been incredible. I think in any walk of life, it's incredibly rare to spend the time I've spent with those boys. We've gone through all those transitions of signing on full time from school, going from academy to first team, going from kids to adults, and everything that comes with that. So to be able to see those boys every day and to go through what we've been through together has been incredible, and it's made me so proud to see how well they've done. Obviously the boys, internationals and Lions, and the amount of games they've played for the club. I think Jackson's nearly on 200 games or something ridiculous, and it gives me an immense sense of pride in that I've been able to be a part of their careers with them, and not seeing them every day is something that eats away at me a little bit, but it's coming in every day with your best friends, and with it, obviously, everyone in the club, knowing that you're coming in and you're going to be spending that day with the people that you love and people that you care about, is probably the hardest thing. Yeah.
You've had some unbelievable times, some real highs in your career at Saracens as well. Some of the biggest highs any rugby player could have in their careers. A double winning championship, to be involved in both finals and playing those with your mates. How was that for a career high? Yeah,
I mean, in terms of the rugby, as you say, it doesn't get any better really. Especially as I'd missed every final before with injuries, so just to play in them was huge, and then to win them both and to be part of such an historic year when I'd missed out on so many before, from a completely selfish point of view, was unbelievable. And as you're going to see in this interview, I'm quite an emotional bloke, and especially after that European final, I just completely lost the plot. It was in terms of the rugby side of it, the best day of my career by a country mile.
What was that feeling once obviously you won the European Cup and you won the Premiership, playing through that pain barrier as well?
Yeah.
Once that finished and you were out celebrating, what was that like?
It's euphoric. It's probably the best word for it. Completely euphoric, and just a huge sense of achievement. And as you say, to do it with the group of lads we did it with, just made it that much better. And the coaching staff as well, who have, people like Smalley and Al, and Kev was actually still playing when I started coming through. So, for those guys to see us all sort of grow up through the club and to be there, and to spend that time with us was, it was amazing. The euphoric's the word, and that whole, well, to be honest with you, when I think about it now, it still doesn't really sink in. And I've got the shirts and the medals all up on the wall, and they will never be coming down.
So obviously you got the chance to play those finals and much that back into that season. How supportive has the club and the medical team and Mark been through, your periods out on the sidelines?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I've probably kept the medical team in a job for the last sort of 6-7 years. No, listen, I mean, I've probably warranted a lot more maintenance than what they got there for their money. They've been incredible. Every injury, every setback, medical staff, S&C staff have put me back together again and got me out on the pitch. The coaches have been unbelievably supportive, incredibly loyal when I wouldn't know, but I'd imagine every other club out there across the world probably would have let me go a long time ago. But they've been unbelievably loyal and supportive from my point of view. And then in terms of, obviously, with Henry and the family, when that all happened, the club were phenomenal. Nigel, Brendan Edward at the time, Smalley, the boys, for what was an incredibly difficult time, they made it so much easier for me, knowing that I go to the club and I could just spend time with my friends, do what I love to do. If I needed to talk to someone or if I needed help, they were there for me, and if I just wanted to crack on, we'd just go ahead as normal. And even since then, for the last 8 years, the support that my family have been given, the generosity that we've been shown, it's quite mind-blowing, really. And you sort of start to think yourself, it's incredibly humbling and overwhelming. And I suppose if I wanted to say all the thank yous that I should, we'd be here for hours, but there aren't enough words to say how much it means to me and my family, and there aren't enough thank yous that I can give to really convey how I feel.
You've been so much more than just giving it out, everything out there on the field. You've done stuff for the foundation. You've been up there with fans as well. A word for the supporters and their support during your time at the club.
Yeah, owe them a massive thanks. Again, like with everyone involved with the club, through every setback, every injury, and again with Henry, the fans have always been there to help me back and sort of pick me up when I needed picking up, and again the loyalty they've shown to me, and even I've probably spent more time as a spectator than I have on the pitch, and even just having a beer with them, and they're friends. So no, the fans, well, I'm becoming a fan with them now, so we can have a few more beers, but they've been incredible to me and my family, and it really has meant the world to all of us. So to all the fans, I owe you a huge debt of gratitude.
And finally, Will, what's next on the horizon for yourself? Surely not going to be a stranger.
No, I'm still going to be heavily involved with the club, so here comes the sales pitch. So I'm taking over the Saracens Way programme that Cocky ran brilliantly last year. So I'm taking that over, so anyone that's interested, send me an email. But I'll still be at the club. I'm going to be in with the boys at least sort of 1-2 days a week. I'll be at all the games. I'll be on the Wolfpack bus, sinking a few lagers, but I certainly will not be a stranger. So I'm looking forward to still spending a lot of time with everyone involved with Saracens.